And the final thing I'll say here, how dare you call Donald Trump demonic when Joe Biden hasn't even said Laken Riley's name correctly, called her Lincoln Riley when he was forced to. This woman was slaughtered by a criminal alien who was in this country illegally, who was released by Democrats, and went on to slaughter a nursing student in Georgia with his bare hands. And Joe Biden apologized to the murderer.
Woo-wee! Benny Johnson flamed him with this. What is going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys all being here. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I want you guys to do me a favor and follow me on all these platforms you see listed. All right here, okay? Follow me on all those platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's back up again. This guy, Destiny, apparently appeared on Piers Morgan's show, along with Benny Johnson and another guest. I forget his name, but, shout out to him anyway, because he made some good points in here. But the main point of showing you guys is to show you how Benny Johnson completely went off on Destiny. Now, if you guys don't know, Destiny is somebody who I'm starting to kind of look into as of late with his the way he thinks and some of the things he come out with. I know a lot of things are completely ridiculous in regards to his thought process and what he feels, pertaining to things that are moral. Now, I'm not someone that's opposed to anybody other ideas or anything like that or their perspective, right? But some of the things are just crazy over the top. So anyway, to set y'all up with this, Trump was called demonic. And I know some of y'all don't like Trump and y'all will call him that anyway, but Benny's response to this is absolutely crazy. And I love it. Shout out to Benny Johnson as well, who interviewed me some time ago as well and said he was a huge fan of mine. Shout out to you, Benny. We need to collab, bro. Benny Johnson, you and I, Ty Smith, we need to collab, sir. Give you some updates on what's happened since you've interviewed me. Anyway, y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all any longer to this. I want you guys to check this out. This is completely awesome. Check it out.
Yeah, so let's talk about tens of millions. I particularly take quite a bit of umbrage with the description of Donald Trump as demonic. I think that is quite shocking as a Christian myself to call somebody demonic like Donald Trump, who's actually against the 10 million people who have been human smuggled into this country, many of them children. I remember a time not too long ago when the left cared about children in cages. Yet now they're calling Donald Trump demonic. He wants to stop these human smuggling by the cartels. Have you ever been down to the border, Destiny? Have you seen the rape trees? Have you seen the little children's toys that are left down there from the human smuggling that is created by Joe Biden, the biggest human smuggler in human history? Do you know the carnage and the horror that is being created by those policies? Let's not even talk about what Joe Biden has done to the world stage. Donald Trump brought world peace. You're going to talk about Kurds and wars? How about Ukraine? Joe Biden could have stopped that war before it even started. Joe Biden continues that war and continues the funding of that war that is leading to the wholesale slaughter of an entire region. Joe Biden could stop it right now. Joe Biden has brought war around the world. And then let's talk about the fentanyl poisoning America. You want to talk about cruelty? It took Joe Biden 400 days to go to East Palestine in Ohio, a city that was poisoned by our federal government in a chemical explosion, much less the chemical explosion that is happening all throughout America with fentanyl slaughtering 100,000 Americans. And the final thing I'll say here, how dare you call Donald Trump demonic when Joe Biden hasn't even said Laken Riley's name correctly, called her Lincoln Riley when he was forced to. This woman was slaughtered by a criminal alien who was in this country illegally, who was released by Democrats, and went on to slaughter a nursing student in Georgia with his bare hands. And Joe Biden apologized to the murderer. How dare you say that Donald Trump's demonic? Can you defend any of that behavior? Final thing I'll say here is Joe Biden wouldn't acknowledge his own grandchild. Even the New York Times said that is a sick, evil behavior. So if you're looking for demonic behavior, my friend, I got it for you. It's sitting in the White House in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in a diaper right now during nap time.
Wow. Okay, that's what I call a rebuttal. Let's come to Dave Smith. Before we do, let's play that clip that Manny referenced. This is when Joe Biden, in the State of the Union address, did not pronounce Laken Riley's name properly.
It's not about him. It's not about me. I'd be a winner. Not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right.
Woo! Yeah. Yeah. So what's funny about this whole ordeal is that before Benny did that, Destiny was on this huge kick about Trump being mean or not being nice and not being this. He doesn't come off as being nice. Let me tell y'all something, if you're not a father, especially in my particular case. It's not about being nice. It's about directing the person in the direction you know that they're going to go. The Bible says, train up your child in the way they should go, and when they were old, they won't depart from those ways. So when you're having to train your child, you're going to train your child in such a way your child is not going to like it. And you're not going to be nice while you're training your child. You're not going to be nice while you are pretty much encouraging your child to grow. Sometimes growth is not always an easy thing. It's not. But at the same time, as being a father, it's not my job to sit there and worry about whether it's hurting their feelings for me to guide them in the right direction. They don't understand yet. So what I'm saying that for is that there's a lot of things that Trump do and has done that a lot of people, he mean. One of the craziest things, and it's such a cringe to me, I'm not going to say who this coworker is. They know I won't. But I simply asked, because they know where I stand on things. I asked, so what is it about Trump that as far as Trump policy goes, why don't you like Trump? He's a bully. That's it? I mean, like how? Because, he is. Like, you saying he's a bully, but substantiate your argument. Substantiate it. He just, you've seen it. No, I know I've seen it, but what are you talking about as far as bullying? What has he done? The way he talks about people, wait, so he's bullying them? Based off of Trump's actions, who benefited from what Trump did his 4 years that he was there? And like right now, he's bullying the Republican Party? No, he's not. There's some Republicans that don't like Trump. And they're not going by what Trump is saying. They're not bullied by him. Now, as far as like what you guys just heard Benny Johnson talk about, all of that's 100% true. Biden could easily stop it, but he's not. And Benny Johnson called him out for being the biggest smuggler out there right now. Y'all, by the time if Trump wins the presidency and shuts down the border and everything like that, what y'all have to understand is that we're going to deal with the cancer that's here. Like we see that the cancer is malignant. We see that the cancer has spread in our country right now. And if Trump wins the presidency and he deports, that's going to take some time to deal with that. I don't think he's going to be able to get the people that are in here illegally. The influx of millions and millions of people that came into our country illegally. And I'm not saying all of them are illegal, but if they didn't come here the right way, to me, that's illegal. You know how long it's going to take to get them people out? Not all of them are going to be getting out. Let's just keep it real. So I don't know what the whole end game of all of it is going to be, but I can tell you right now, a lot of people are not happy because the next video I'm getting ready to do on this is going to show y'all proof. Tyson Chicken Company laid off American workers so they can hire migrant workers. Cancer spreading. Anyway, let me know what y'all think of this video right here. Shout out to my guy, Benny Johnson. Again, I draw a lot of inspiration from you, sir. You have no idea. The ideas that I got from you guys for thumbnails, appreciate that. I really do, because that's helped a whole lot. The AI thing is crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, guys, get into you guys' cell phone. Let me know if you let somebody in your contact list in your cell phone know about this channel and encourage them to subscribe to this channel. We are almost at 390. It's crazy. And it's all because of you guys. I really do appreciate it. All right, let's hear it in the comment section, folks. I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.